Hi, my name is Mimosa Senasakoli and you're watching my first video based on my blog 10 years 9 jobs. Tara, a commerce student from the University of Sydney, has sent me through a question. And Tara has said, I'm in my final year of my commerce degree and we just keep hearing about how difficult it is to get your foot in the door. How did you get your first job and what worked for you? Now, first of all, Tara, I just want to thank you for sending through your question. It is literally and officially my first question that I'm getting through my blog, so thank you. It is a huge compliment that you would ask me. Now, getting back to the question at hand. The conventional way of looking at job seeker sites and applying for them really didn't get me far. 5 months after completing uni, I was still jobless, and I can tell you now it was not fun. Nor did it feel good. So I decided to try something a little bit different. I put an ad in the Saturday Advertiser. Now that's equivalent to your Herald Sun in Sydney. Now the ad provided minimal detail. I only put in there that I just completed my master's degree in marketing. I had a relevant amount of experience, so I moved away from highlighting the quantity of my experience, as that would not have done me any favours at the time. And I also provided my mobile number so they could call me. That ad got me my first two full-time marketing jobs. Now, were they the marketing jobs that I thought I'd be getting? No, but they were marketing jobs. So for the first one, it was pretty much offered to me on the spot, which I took, and I worked there for 3 months. The second one, at the same time as working my first job, I made an agreement with the boss from the second job that I would work with him casually for a couple of months just to see if he wanted to take me on full-time. 2 months into it, he offered me a full-time job. So I resigned from my first job after working 3 months and then went on to work at my second job for 3 months. Now, if you've been following my blogs, you may have noticed in a previous blog of mine, I refer to this second job as completely hellish. In fact, it was the hardest 3 months of my working life. Why? Well, my boss had set expectations and goals that were completely unrealistic and it made life very hard for me. So there are 2 main things I want you to get from my story today. One, when trying to get your foot in the door, try and go for a way that 800 other applicants aren't going for. For me, it didn't land me the marketing jobs that I imagined I'd be getting, but I did get marketing jobs. I got some hands-on experience, I got some good referees as well. And probably, you could say, a lot faster than the conventional way would have gotten me. 2, if you're going to try this type of method in finding a job, just keep in mind that you're unlikely to get a job for a company or a manager that's going to be fantastic. In fact, they're going to be a little bit dodgy. But it's the dodginess that worked in my favour. It's the dodginess that helped me get my foot in the door faster than the conventional way would have. But there are a few things that you need to have clear in your mind when taking this approach. Make sure you have a clear plan of what you want to achieve while you're there. And do it how you feel best. It may not be a good idea to rely on your manager or your boss, as they may not have a good idea of what your profession covers or the details behind what you need to do. In my case, my manager, particularly the one in the second job, it was expecting me to bring in money in the 3rd week. And it just doesn't work that way. Trust me, even a professional, a fully developed professional with a good 10 to 15 years experience wouldn't have been able to achieve the goals that he had put up for me. In fact, they probably would have told him to get lost. Make a plan, make it clear what you want to achieve while you're there, do it how you feel best, and probably leave after 3 to 6 months. In both of my cases, in both of the jobs that I got through this particular approach, although they were really good in getting some hands-on experience, it wasn't a good place for me to continue growing in my career. Tara, I hope that answers your question today. And to anyone else watching, if there are any other questions I can help you with about the corporate world, feel free to email them through to mimosa@10years9jobs.com. Let me be that person for you that I wish I had 10 years ago. I'll see you next time.